What's up, guys? So today we are talking about the 3 routes that you can take to become very financially successful as a freelancer. If you're a videographer, photographer, designer, any of that, this video is going to be for you. And we're going to talk about income ceilings and what you need to do to break through those income ceilings. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Justin James. I'm 24 years old. Over the last 4 years, I've worked with some really big artists and clients in the music industry, and I've seen a lot of cool stuff, done a lot of cool stuff, and been relatively successful in the industry. So first I want to preface and say that these are going to be the only routes that you're going to be able to take to break through that 10K barrier. And 10K is just a rough number. It could be more, it could be a little less. I'm talking when you kind of have like almost maxed out what you can make in a certain niche or industry. So some that might be 10K, some that might be 15. So I think we can all agree that we started freelancing because it's fun and we enjoy it. Now this sounds obvious, but this is important to note because everything is going to come back to this by the end of the video. So that being said, let's just get into it. First, you have route A. Step 1, you learn how to do it. Step 2, you get paid to do it. Step 3, you max out your income doing it. And when I say max out, I'm talking, you're approaching your ceiling. You know that you're approaching your ceiling. You've realized if you keep doing exactly what you're doing, it's going to be difficult to double or triple your income and sustain that. So at this point, you're on to step 4. So at step 4, you hire a team and scale, and you only do the jobs that you actually want to do. So this right here is the dream scenario. And I think a perfect example of this is Curza. So the owners started as freelancers. They had a ton of credibility, and they basically used that credibility to build and scale a team. Now they're rich, and I'm assuming that they only do the jobs that they actually want to do. So what are the pros of route A? Now to start, you're in the same niche or industry that you love and know best. You don't have to change your offer or your service much. You just keep doing what you've been doing, but you are hiring other people to actually fulfill the job now. Also, you already have credibility in your industry, so hiring and scaling a team should not be that difficult. Well, it's still gonna be a challenge, I'm sure, but it's going to be easier than route B and C, which I'll get to in a sec. So cons of route A, you're probably still selling cool videos. And why is this bad? Well, it's not that it's bad, it's just that it's going to be harder to scale a business like that rather than a business that is directly tied to revenue, which I'm gonna get to in a moment. Also, depending on your niche, it could be a volatile business. Now, it's not really volatile, especially if you've built your brand to a high level. You have credibility like Curza, for example, but it's still not as bulletproof as the other models that I'm about to talk about, which is a perfect transition into route B. So route B looks something like this. So steps 1 through 3 are the same. First, you learn how to do it, then you get paid to do it, then you max out your income potential doing it, max out. Now, at this point, you consider hiring a team to scale, but instead you pivot your service or offer or niche and sell a repeatable result. Now, the key word here is result. Now, step 5. Now, unfortunately, in order to do this, you need to take a few steps backwards in order to develop this new offer. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have other videos on this, but basically you're just formulating a new offer that is directly tied to revenue or some sort of measurable result. AKA, you pitch the client, hey, I'll make you this video. If it doesn't make you X amount of dollars, you don't pay me. So you're essentially sophisticating your offer. So step 6, you scale your new results-based offer and make a ton of money. And at this point, you basically have no income ceiling and you can scale infinitely. Step 7, you hire and scale a team, and now you can do whatever you want. Continue to scale, enjoy life, or do more freelancing. So the pros of route B, you have an extremely high earning potential and essentially no income ceiling at all. Also, you potentially have a bulletproof business model because that business model is tied to revenue. The cons of route B, you're likely gonna have to take a few steps backwards in order to develop this new offer. Now, honestly, developing a new offer that is directly tied to revenue can be very challenging, especially in a creative industry. But once you figure it out and can turn it into a system, bro, you have a hyper-scalable business. Now, this isn't really a con because taking route B is essentially giving yourself ultimate freedom, in my opinion. Freedom of time and financial freedom, which when you have that, you can pick and choose the projects that you actually want to take on instead of taking everything thrown your way because you feel like you have to. In other words, if you take route B, you are making money to make art rather than making art to make money. See what I'm saying? Now, I've had this written in my office right up there for like 2 years now. I really love this philosophy. A great example of this is Jacob Owens. He runs a few very successful businesses, and because of that, he only takes the projects that he actually wants to work on. Now, you might be able to tell by now that I prefer route B, but that being said, let's get into route C. Steps 1 through 3 are the same once again. So first, you learn how to do it. Second, you get paid to do it. Third, you max out your income by doing it. Max out. But surprise, you actually don't because you're such an elite creator and you're essentially better than everyone in your industry. I'm talking, you're literally like the top 0.001%, like you're the best out of like 1,000 or 10,000, like, I don't know, something like that. Like you are clearly and obviously one of the best in your industry. And because of this, you get to break the rules and charge significantly more than literally everyone else. Now I'm talking like 5 to 10 times more. And I think a great example of this is Gibson Hazard. So the pros of Route C: it's fun, you get to keep doing what you've been doing and probably what you really enjoy, and you probably have a large following so you can sell something to your audience if you choose to do that. Cons of Route C: you're still trading time for money. So you're still in like this freelance trap. This doesn't really matter because you're at a really high level and you're probably making a lot of money doing this. But once again, you don't really have the freedom that you would have if you take and succeed in Route B. And the last con is, realistically, most people will never reach this level, or else, everyone would be Gibson Hazard. So which route should you pick? So first, I think you need to analyze how bulletproof and scalable your current niche is. How easy is it to transform your current service into an offer that is a guaranteed, measurable result? What are your profit margins like within this business when you decide to hire a team? Can you hire remote guys overseas, or do you have to hire the best, very expensive local talent? This is something that you should seriously consider. Are you able to efficiently build yourself out of this business? In other words, can you teach someone to fulfill literally every single task of the business so it operates without you eventually? Quick side note, a business is a repeatable process that can operate without you. Now, I'm probably gonna piss some people off by saying this, but if you're a freelancer, you don't have a business. You have a skill that you are using to get jobs. This is totally fine. You just need to understand the difference between these two things. Now, you might literally own a business, like you own the LLC, which I would hope you do. By the way, guys, tax season is coming up. You need to get set up as an S corporation. Bro, if you're not set up as an S corp, you are literally just burning money. I'm telling you, you'll literally save thousands of dollars every single year on taxes. So talk to an accountant ASAP. So which route should you take? I don't know, it's up to you. You have to be the one to decide. I'm just presenting the options. Like I said, I prefer Route B. I think that this is the ultimate form of freedom. I think option B has the highest earning potential and the most bulletproof business model. And I think it's true freedom, bro. Like, nothing is more fun and fulfilling to me than being able to do what I want and really being able to do the projects that I want and just, make projects for fun again. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we all got into this because it is fun and we enjoy it. To add on to that and conclude, I'll leave you with this quote by Walt Disney. We don't make movies to make money. We make money to make more movies. That is fire, and I love that. So that's it. Follow my Instagram at justin.james. Justin has 2 N's. Thanks for watching if you made it this far, and yeah, peace.